All right. Thank you guys for joining us for this virtual youth expo. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Casey Capstick. I am the development and marketing coordinator for Hands On Northwest North Carolina. And we are one of three organizations that make up the Youth Engagement Coalition. That's in partnership with the Office of Civic and Community Engagement at Wake Forest, as well as Forsyth County Young Leaders Program. So those are our three partners, and we came together to make YEC, or the Youth Engagement Coalition. And I'm going to go ahead and share my slide with you guys. I just want to make sure. Can you guys see my slide now? All right, perfect.
Yes.
So a little bit more about the Youth Engagement Coalition. We came together, and the idea behind this was to, increase youth opportunities, and we use a couple of different ways to do that. That includes working with organizations to help them develop volunteer opportunities that include youth. That also includes reaching out to youth and creating an avenue to share those opportunities with them, because we do know that youth want to get involved and sometimes it's just hard for them to find the opportunity. So that is really one of the founding ideas around the Youth Engagement Coalition. And also have to note that the expo that we're doing today is funded by the Volunteer Generation Fund. So we are very appreciative of them. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about volunteering and precautions. Not going to spend too much time on this, but it is COVID. We are still in COVID times. Things are changing. So I just want to note this, that you want to make sure that if you are volunteering with an organization, that you are following their COVID protocols. Each organization is going to require you to do different things. You want to make sure that you respect those and are aware of them. But just some basics, we're obviously going to want to wash your hands, social distancing when possible, and continue to stay up to date with what the most recent protocols are. Hands On also offers a volunteer portal. So if you as a youth are looking for different opportunities, you can go to our Get Connected platform, where we have organizations can create accounts and post their volunteer opportunities. So this is what you see on the screen is what your dashboard looks like. You can also use Get Connected to track your hours. And this has a lot of good information. So if you put in your hours, you can see what the dollar impact of that is. It's almost like a resume that you can print off and share with people if need be. You can also look through different agencies or organizations. They have ways to get in touch with the volunteer coordinators. That is all free and open to the public to use. Here is some visuals on how to operate Get Connected. So if you look at the top image, this shows how different needs are portrayed or volunteer opportunities. And basically, if you find one, you can click the view details. It will then open up the page that looks at the bottom, and it will give you a description. It will tell you the hours. It will tell you how to connect to the individual to then volunteer with them. So this is a great way to find opportunities that include organizations that aren't here today. There are probably 100 different organizations that use this portal. So it's a good resource to tap into if you're looking for extra hours. So we're going to go ahead and get started with letting each organization share. I do not believe Lindley is here yet. So we'll go ahead and move on next to Fairytale Farm Animal Sanctuary. Have them go first, and we'll keep going on and wait for these other people to come on. So Kimberly, if you want to go ahead and
Sure. Sure. Well, since we are an animal sanctuary, I do have a rabbit here with me. So I thought that that was kind of necessary to have to bring an animal along. So this is Diego. We actually take in a lot of, it's a farm sanctuary. So basically we take in almost anything except cats and dogs. We love those too. And we do have our own personal cat and dog rescues, but we focus our nonprofit on all the other types of animals. And we take in a lot of special needs animals. And Diego is actually one of those. He has a little deformity on his front right paw that's shaped a little different. It actually has been fitted for a prosthetic, and he's going to be, we think, the first rabbit ever to have a prosthetic leg. So he'll be famous soon. He's going to be on the Wizard of Paws TV show. So anyway, that's just kind of a little about us and kind of where our heart is. We have a lot of opportunities for volunteering. Specifically, we do fundraiser events regularly. We have one coming up for Easter, which will be this Saturday and Sunday of April 9th and April 10th from 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. And it's a great opportunity for youth to be involved. It's here at the sanctuary where people can come and meet the animals. And there's also usually some kind of family friendly, like of course for Easter, we have kind of an egg scavenger hunt that the younger kids can go on. And so it's a big opportunity for us to be able to raise money to help care for the animals, but also kind of educate and teach the community about what we're doing. And volunteers are able to be at different stations and help tell about the animals in that area, make sure that they're safe. And sometimes kids get extremely excited when they get to meet some of the animals, or even adults. So just making sure, helping to make sure that they're safe, and we of course give you those guidelines and check on you and everything. And then sometimes working a little bit with the younger kids too, like on the little scavenger hunt, we'll have some people along the way to make sure that they're on the right path and that sort of thing. We also have a weekly kids club on Saturday mornings from 10 to noon. It's really for 12 and under primarily, but we have some older teenagers and young people that come and help kind of supervise and coordinate some of the activities with the younger kids, which is a huge help. And also you still get to work with the animals and you get to work with younger kids, which of course, always really look up to the young people that get to kind of help teach them. So they work primarily, the kids club on Saturday works primarily with the smaller animals. We have, I call it our bunny barn, but we have a small barn that has rabbits, guinea pigs, hamsters, and smaller animals like that, that are easier for younger kids to be able to care for. And also it's really a lot about learning responsibility for them. They do everything from cleaning to little health checks to making sure their food and water bowls are full. And of course, they always ask their parents, can we please take one home? But it's a good opportunity for them to see what it's actually really like, because, there's animals and there's a lot of poop, just to be honest. So it's a good thing for kids to be able to see kind of all sides of it. They're really cute and cuddly, but they also make a big mess, right, buddy? Yeah. We also have some virtual opportunities, like literally data entry for some of the record information for when the animals go to the vet, or when a new animal comes. And there's some other opportunities that are a little more flexible throughout the week if you don't have a regular schedule, for working with some of the animals that are doing rehab activities. We have a goat that's in a little cart, like basically a goat wheelchair, that he has to practice. Diego will have to practice on his prosthetic, and there's different, and some of them are just come from bad situations where they've lived through some trauma and they just need someone to spend extra time loving them and just sitting and being with them. So just things as simple as that are a huge help to us. So that's kind of, I feel like I've taken my taken my window, but that's sort of a little about us and some of the opportunities we have.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And we'll go ahead and share your information if you want to put it in the chat for people to see. But I'll go ahead and when we upload this, I'll make sure all of that information is attached. So we'll go ahead and I believe Lindley has popped in. If you would like to go ahead and speak about the family house.
Yeah, hi guys. Sorry, I was running a little late. We serve dinner here at 5:30, and that's one way that you can be involved with the family house. So I was kind of running around. Also, it's kind of fun. I hope you can maybe even hear some piano in the background. Someone's playing piano right now, which is a real treat for us. So the SCCU Family House is a nonprofit hospital hospitality house. We provide a safe and affordable place to stay for adult patients and their caregivers when they come to Winston-Salem for medical treatment. So we provide care for folks 18 and older who need medical treatment and their family members. A number of our guests are family members of people who are inpatient in the local hospitals, and others are patients themselves who are here for different types of treatment. We're a large facility with 45 rooms, and they're set up like a hotel. And we like to say that we're more than just a place to stay, because while we have these nice, clean, quiet rooms, we are able to share hospitality with our guests who are coming in from other counties. We're incredibly grateful for the youth and student support in helping us in regards to our hospitality. We just can't say enough how much hospitality means to our guests here, and students help in a variety of ways. Some of these things may seem kind of, I don't know how to describe it. They may not seem like a big deal, but they help to support these folks who are really stressed, often pressed when it comes to finances because they've got major medical expenses, and really grateful for a kind of a sense of support. So students are involved in a lot of ways, making snack bags, breakfast bags, welcome bags. These are all things that can be done at home. I was just going to grab this one. These were just dropped off as super cute snack time. A local high schooler just dropped off 20 bags that will go really quickly. We've got these that guests can take with them to the hospitals. We also appreciate anybody who likes to bake or cook to bring homemade goodies that we can share with our guests. We also welcome on-site volunteering, whether it's coming in to do, have groups to come and do clean team, to help with gardening, to even help serve meals. As you can imagine, things have been different during the pandemic for us regarding meals and food, but I'd love to be in touch with anyone who would be interested in coming as a group or as an individual to help with those things. I feel like I'm kind of scatterbrained right now, and I'd love to answer any questions if anyone wants to contact me individually. I'll also put in the chat, I'll put our contact information so you can see more about what opportunities we have. Most of our volunteer opportunities you can register for online, so you can find out details and register directly there. I also wanted to mention for sure that we have a summer program called Teens in the House. This program will be offering 3 weeks this summer. I'll put information in the chat as well. These are service learning weeks where students come, they get to do a deep dive into the family house, into what we do as a nonprofit. We talk about all sorts of things like grant writing and development and marketing and important things like that that help us to be sustainable. And then we also have opportunities to do service around the house. So it's a fun opportunity this summer called Teens in the House, and I'll put the link in the chat. Thank you so much, Casey, for hosting this, and thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Lindley. I will go ahead and share that information. Once you put it in the chat, we'll go ahead and add that to the document and emails that we send out to Crosby Scholars. We'll go ahead and move on. I don't believe that Burke is here.
Hi. Yeah, Burke is not here, but I'm also a co-founder of the project, so he just asked me to step in and speak about it today.
Perfect.
So yeah, I'm Isa Akhtar, and I'm a co-founder of the Winston-Salem Opportunity Project, which is a youth-led community outreach program that is partnered with Big Brothers Big Sisters. And we started this organization around 2 years ago. We came across this economic study that listed Forsyth County as one of the least socioeconomic mobile counties in the United States, essentially meaning that youths born into poverty around this area unfortunately do not have the means oftentimes to ever escape this cycle. And this was very devastating to come across. And so we wanted to make a difference, no matter how small, no matter how big, and provide a platform of academic and personal support for youths across Winston-Salem. So for 2 years now, we have been meeting with youths every other Saturday and just engaging with them in hands-on activities and deep discussions and bringing in career guest speakers to sort of expose them to the variety of career opportunities that are available to accommodate for any interest or any goal or any dream that they have. And besides just providing them with career opportunities, because obviously thinking of a career and just college and the future in general is so far ahead for these youths. So in addition to that, it's just a way to support these kids and, you know, validate their dreams and their goals, and just having a platform showing them that they can achieve what they want to, and just having someone tell them that they can do it, whatever it is for them. And so, like I said, we engage in many hands-on activities. We've built prosthetic legs in the past when we've had like our STEM-based meetings. Over this past summer, we had a week of chemistry experiments. So they learned all about chemistry and had like a little fun experiment every day. And we also coded with Arduino with them over the summer. And we also have meetings about opportunities in business, law, any other interests that they have. And besides hands-on activities, we always try to engage with them in deep discussions about their personal interests so that we can cater our meetings to make it more personalized for them. And going alongside making it more personalized, peer mentorship is a big part of our project. We think it's very important, you know, to have people who are a little older than these middle schoolers come and talk to them and match up with them based on interests, and just, you know, having someone to look up to who is interested in the same thing as you are. And so that's why volunteering is a big component of our project, and we're always looking for more volunteers. And we also bring in career professionals a lot of the time. We've had doctors come in and lawyers, and even a guy from NASA came in and gave a presentation to the kids about like recent missions and missions that are coming up. And so the kids were super interested in that. And yeah, so like I said, we're always looking for more volunteers. So we have a form that people can fill out on our website, and I can put it in the chat. It's called wsopportunityproject.org, especially because Burke and I and Davon, our other co-founder, we're going to college next year. So we're always looking to expand. And so volunteers, if they're interested, they can fill out the form. And you can just, and then we'll email you back with information about upcoming meetings, and volunteers can help with like planning out activities and carrying out the hands-on activities. And because, like I said, we are leaving next year, so we can't directly oversee the program, we are looking to expand our leadership board. So people who are interested in having a little more direct role in the project can apply to become a part of the leadership board. And being a member of the leadership board entails things like planning out meetings and expanding. So outreach is a big thing. So reaching out to local organizations and communicating our ideas with those organizations and finding ways to expand both projects, as well as blog writing, because we do have a blog. And so people can also apply to become a writer and just write about things we've accomplished in our meetings and upcoming news about our project and things like that. And we take all volunteers, all high schoolers, and people who are older and have some sort of expertise in a specific interest or career can also fill out the form and come in and talk to the kids and present about their interest and their career, and so that kids can get more information about that specific interest. So yeah, I'll put the website in the chat, and that has the form where you can fill out information about signing up to become a volunteer or a mentor.
Thank you for sharing all of that. That is great. We're gonna go ahead and have Caleb speak about the Ronald McDonald House.
Yes, hi everybody. It's so great to be here with you all. My name is Caleb Gossett, and like we were just saying, I am the volunteer services manager here at the Ronald McDonald House of the Piedmont Triad. So here at the Ronald McDonald House is actually really similar to what Lindley presented about the Sccu family home. We strive to give families with children receiving medical treatment in our community and the local facilities here in our community a home away from home. So the house here in Winston-Salem actually started in 1984. And over the years, it's expanded, and now we have 36 bedrooms that we offer to families. And so, any family can stay here if they have a child under 21 in one of the local hospitals receiving treatment. And so it's an incredible resource for families who are going through such a challenging time. The last thing they should be thinking about is, where are they going to stay? What are they going to do about, their food, their dinner? So, that's why we say a home away from home, a place where they can feel the love and support of the community around them. And so we recently had a name change. It was the Ronald McDonald House of Winston-Salem. Now it's the Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Piedmont Triad, because we're actually excited about it. We've expanded the scope of the things we're reaching out to. So we actually now have not just the house, we have 3 family rooms in local hospitals. That's a space for families that are there at the hospital. Maybe they're from here in Forsyth, so they can't actually, they don't qualify to stay here at the Ronald McDonald House. But if they're there in the hospital with a pediatric or their child in the hospital, they can come into that room, and we have snacks, we have drinks. It's a space to get away from the hospital environment. And we have those rooms in Brenner's Children's Hospital, Forsyth Medical Center, and the Women's and Children's Center at Moses Cone Hospital. And then we also operate hospitality carts, which are carts with, just drinks, snacks that go around. And, it's not much, but it can really, brighten somebody's day when they're in a difficult position, just seeing somebody, caring about them, giving them something. So we operate those carts in Brenner's, Forsyth Medical, and Randolph Health as well. So that's just a little bit of background of our house. And then I want to talk about one specific program similar to the program that the Sccu Family House has, and that's our summer program. It's called Teens with Heart. So we're very excited to be offering that this summer, and we're going to be doing 3 sessions. And so a session is Monday to Friday, and you'll come in from 10 to 2. And it's 3 main things. So just so you can know what it entails. One, it's giving back to the community. So it's a chance to come in into the house, to give back, to show your support of the families and the people staying with us, really give back. And the teens that come in for that program, that's on their heart, and wanting to give back, wanting to serve. 2, it's to learn more about the nonprofit world. It's a chance to come in here to hear presentations from different staff here at the house and learn more about that world in case you're interested in that. And then 2, learn more about the medical field. So as part of the week-long session, we have lots of different presentations and activities. So some of the presentations include presentations from staff here at the house, including discussions about, our wellness, pet therapy, hospitality services. So you get a good scope of the things we do and how that works. And then we get outside presenters coming in as well. So we have presenters from Carolina Donor Services, Family Support Network. We have a flight nurse that's going to present, and lots of different fields in the hospital presenting. So you get a really good picture of the medical field and better understanding of what our families are dealing with in the care of their children. And then during that week, you also do obviously serving our families here around the house. So some of the things you'll be doing are, stocking supplies, organizing, light housekeeping, clerical duties, cooking, baking, yard work, and just other things as the week, presents opportunities to serve. So, we really want to encourage teens to apply. The deadline for the application is April 22nd. Our 3 sessions, and I'll send all this in the chat, our 3 sessions are over the summer, June 27th to July 1st, July 18th to July 22nd, and August 1st to August 5th. So again, deadline's April 22nd. It is limited space, so I encourage teens to apply, and the age ranges are 15 to 18. So I'll put my info in the chat. If anybody has any questions at all about what that program entails, just do not hesitate to reach out. I'd love to tell you more about it. So thank you.
Thanks so much for sharing all that. We will go ahead and move to Palladium, and Sherelle, if you'd like to go ahead and talk a little bit about Palladium.
Greetings. Hello, Casey. Thank you so much for having me today. Sheila Harrow-Roy. I'm Director of Community Outreach for Palladium. Palladium has 2 locations. There is one at South Liberty in downtown. And of course, there's one, which is the main location at the time, right off of University. It is 400 West Haynes Mill Road. That is where we're located, and that is where we're predominantly taking volunteers at the time. We are in the process of building a new museum. We'll only have one location soon. This is fall 2023, and we'll have that new building right in the downtown location, and that will be our foundational spot. That's what we'll be in the next year or so. So we want to put that on your radar. That'd be a nice shiny new building there. For our opportunities that we have, we venture out to open opportunities up to those that are 16 and over. The events that we do, they range from daytime to evening activities to just regular hours, our regular hour work days. So we take volunteers all throughout the year. We do, however, accept younger volunteers for events such as our annual Truck and Treat that happens in October every year. So there are certain events where 15 and over are invited to sign up to be volunteers. But with our special events, such as what we have coming up soon this Saturday, we have a literacy fair. And we recently, about a week ago, had an engineering festival. So with those events, we do have a range of ages where sometimes we will accept those particular students or young folks to participate, to sign up to be volunteers. But special events allow students to not only work in just education, but also work a lot with people and kind of hone their skills in public speaking and getting to know the general public and how to navigate that world. We're always there and mentoring and assisting in that regard, but those different type of events will allow, I should say, afford the students more opportunities than just working with education only in our facilities. We I'm very excited about our camps that are coming up. So that's probably the next big opportunity to volunteer, our summer camps. Those dates are June 6th through August 26th. With our camps, we ask for a 3-week commitment because we obviously want to stay consistent in the work that you're doing and have the same face for the kids can see, at least for a while, for a time frame there. The volunteer opportunities for this particular aspect is 15 and over. So we are accepting younger volunteers for this. We accept volunteers in different categories. We accept episodic as well as active. Episodic are those that, let's say I want to volunteer for Saturday's literacy fair, but that's all. I just want to do that particular event. So you're not someone that would be on my constant or recurring list that I would send out, but an active volunteer is constantly on that recurring list, and there's someone I can call on if we have service opportunities. You don't have to accept all of those opportunities, but just know that you would be on a recurring list. And we have many active volunteers, and the hours are what you want to contribute. So you decide how you want to volunteer, how much service you want to give. And oftentimes we'll also put you in different areas. So not just education, but maybe communication and marketing, possibly maybe help with facilities. You would have a lot of different opportunities to work with demonstrating for science events or possibly crafts and so forth. So there's something different to do every time. Those particular opportunities come through our website, through an application that I will do a link to on the chat. I will put that on there for you. But I did share my email, so you can always reach out to me and I can send things to you directly so you can sign up. As I said, the 400 Haynes Mill Road location is where we house volunteers predominantly at this time. And there's a lot of space there. It's a big space. There's a lot going on. We have an engineering exhibit there. Right now, we have a mountains to the sea. So there's lots to do and lots to explore and to get some really good volunteer experience. So we truly welcome you to come, whether you want to join as an episodic volunteer or as an active volunteer and take a little bit more of a leadership role in that. We welcome you to do so. Thank you so much, Casey.
Thank you for sharing. We will go ahead and move on to our last organization. Ella Brooke, if you want to take it away, it's all you.
Sure, I'll pull up a few slides I put together
Yep.
today just to make sure that I'll cover everything. So I'll pull that up.
You should be able to share now.
Yes. Okay, I'll share my screen now. All right, so hi everyone again. I'm Ella Brooke and I'm here to represent VIP Tutoring today, and everyone else's presentations were just so good and I learned a lot, and I'm just thankful to be able to hear about all those amazing things. So just first of all, I'm sure you can infer that VIP is short for virtual and in person, and we are a tutoring and mentoring program. VIP Tutoring was started in May of 2020 as a resource for students facing overwhelming obstacles during at-home remote learning. And ever since then, we have been supplementing help for these students. We're now a youth-led nonprofit that serves Forsyth County, and we know that based on statistical research, that when children who lack equitable resources are supported and guided, their chances for success will improve, and that leads to better overall outcomes for their future. We see good-hearted and hardworking high school students as a great resource, for families in need of this support. So we do know that high school students can relate to the impact of COVID-19 on learning because, we have all experienced it ourselves. And we let you, the volunteer, tell us when you are available to tutor, and we let you choose how or where you tutor, and then we take it from there to match you with a student. Once trained, we have our volunteers tutor with us for anywhere from a semester to a full school year, or even for multiple school years. Most of our tutors have been with us for a year or more. Some are working with the same student they've really connected with, and I myself, my experience in this program has really led me to connect with so many students and so many families that I've had the privilege of speaking to. And we've had others take on multiple students at a time. And when we have a student finish up with us, we have another student waiting that is ready to be matched with that volunteer. We even have volunteers choose to tutor over the summer to have a meaningful volunteer activity while out of school too. And we're looking forward to some different events that we are planning for the summer as well. We choose our peer guides from our tutor team that we feel will excel as a mentor, because our peer guides program is our mentoring piece of our program. And we have had great success with that. And we've had tutors form similar close bonds that our peer guides have been able to form with their mentees. Like, for example, I had a peer guide tell me the other day that he was able to attend his mentee's basketball game and, see them win and be there to cheer him on. So really just supporting those students through such, impactful events, and just being there as a role model and as a guide for, hey, what can I achieve in high school and beyond? What is this person doing that I can look to? So I listed a few benefits of joining our team here, but first and foremost, our goal is to help as many students requesting help as possible and do a great job while doing it. We really have placed our best team members in leadership positions to help us sort of manage the amount of students and families that we serve. And it is really, truly a very rewarding experience. And I can have some volunteers definitely attest to that. But what we do is, if for some reason it's not a rewarding experience for a volunteer, we always work to resolve whatever that may be to ensure that it is. We have our team learn a ton of new skills through training. For example, they have learned about some of the marketing things that we do, communicating with parents, really just learning some things about how to be professional and such. And I've really made a lot of new friends in this program also, with some people that I've met and strengthened friendships. And we're planning some events. If you join the team soon, if any volunteers join the team soon, you'll actually get to attend our team appreciation end of year event in May, along with some summer meetings that we're planning at Camel City. In the top right, you can see a picture from our goat yoga that we did. That was a fundraiser. That was so much fun and a really good team experience. The cool thing about our team dinner too is that we'll be having a professional photographer that'll be donating her time to take professional headshots for all of us. And we'll even be taking a team photo that evening. We are just, it really is a lot of fun, the things that we have done, the things that we are planning, just to give us those opportunities to connect not only with the students, but with one another on a more personal basis. And we are actually, in addition to that, planning a movie event for summer for our students in June at Aperture Cinema to sort of, reward them for their hard work and just for their successes and for being consistent in their tutoring. And I think that's a really wonderful thing, especially since we come out of the pandemic. More of the focus is being placed on academics now. So we really just wanted to make sure that they feel supported in that too, and that they feel recognized. And it is going to be our VIP treatment event. So what I'll do is I'll drop the volunteer tutor application in the chat below. We have just a few minimum requirements that are on that form. And at that time, we have volunteers start reaching out to a teacher for a letter of recommendation, which, I find is, it can be really quick and easy and can just get the process started. So what we do is we also provide volunteers with a kit with some materials to make sure that they have everything that they need physically to, tutor at their best, a team t-shirt, which you can see in that photo, and some more resources to get started once they've completed their training. Something really exciting that we have come up is that we're filling our leadership positions literally in the coming weeks for the next school year. So if any volunteers are interested in that, once they're trained and they've gotten started, we'll be opening applications for those as well. We have written some amazing letters of recommendation for our team members too, and they found that those have been helpful. I actually believe that that's it. So feel free to email me at any time with questions or drop them in the chat. I'll put in the link to the volunteer application as well as our website. And thank you, Casey, for allowing me to present. And really thanks everyone for listening and for sharing your amazing opportunities.
Thanks, Ella Brooke. So that concludes all of our organization sharing. So what we can do now is we can open up to, there's a few people here. If they have any specific questions about specific organizations, we can go ahead and take that. We can take those down. If not, we'll go ahead and wait, we'll give everyone a few moments. I'll go ahead and turn the record off though, just so we can talk a little bit more intimately.